Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's vlog. Thank you for tuning in on this episode. So today, I'm going to a friend of mine. Friend of mine. We used to work together. It's Kim. Um, so basically, what we're going to do is going. She messaged me. She wants to do a couple brake job and oil change on her vehicle 2020 Hyundai Elantra. So I was like, okay, let's do it. We're going to do a brakes all around and just a complete oil change. And so I might as well film it along the way and take you with me how I do the brake jobs on a newer vehicle that's like 2 years old. So we're going to take a look at it and diagnose it all together. So I brought all the tools, and what she got is all the parts, brakes and rotors. So another brake job we're doing, and we're going to inspect the car along the way. Um, I'm not going to do a little bit of time collapse, but I'm just going to take a look at it, jack it up, replace all the brakes as usual, and see what we can find underneath when the car is up in the air. So yeah, Kim and I used to work together at the automotive shop. Now we're like good friends now. So she just called me recently, and yeah. So and the weather's not bad today. It looks like it's gonna rain. Do an oil change. Keep in mind, it's best if the engine is cooled down, because that way the oil is sunk down to the oil pan. That way you can actually take all the oil out, and some of the lubricants will be up in the upper cylinder in by the camshafts. That's fine, but at least now all the oil is synced down and it's cool, so it's not that hot. So I've worked on a couple of cars with like hot engines, and once I take out the oil filter, it's really hot, and drain the oil, really hot. So I got a couple burns from it, but yeah, that at least now the engine's completely cooled down. So, anyways, by the time the next clip, we'll take a look at the car and we'll go from there. All right. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and like this video if you find it helpful. Please help me get my subscribers up. And yeah, so let us begin. All right, we're recording. So I pulled up right now. So I just pulled up the vehicle in the garage, and first time I walked it or sat in there, everybody's seats so low or far back and lean back. I was like, man, I can't even reach the pedals. It's too short. Anyways, we're working on these 2020 Hyundai Elantra. It needs a brake job and an oil change. The service light is on. So I'm going to see the diagnose the service light situation. Probably is just for like the oil change reminder. And all it is basically. And I'm just going to reset that. And yeah, so still on winter tires. I don't no idea where's the summer tires on these. Overall, it's still in good shape. So we're gonna jack it up, all four wheels, and remove all four wheels and remove the wheel on it. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'm not going to time lapse it, so by the time the next clip, you'll see the car in jacked up. All four wheels are jacked up and the wheels are off. That way I can service the brakes. This is going to be a long, tough day. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Alright, so I got all of it. I got the wheels out. You can see all fours. I found out the back is drum, so take a Phillips head and unbolt this. I just want to take a look at it. Make sure that, sorry for the beeping, it's just the garage door is like low battery, the remote. So the rotors in the front, I want to take a look at it, diagnose it. It is metal to metal contact on one side, so I'd rather replace the rotors too along the way. I hope it's not seized, but it's considered a 2020, so I'm going to diagnose that. And yeah, it looks like everything is in good shape, no leaks or anything. Just making sure, and the bushings are still good, control arm's still good, sway bar linkage is still good, all the bushings are still good on it, brake line. So I'm going to diagnose it even more, and I'm going to try to remove this, replace it. Actually, I'm going to unbolt these first and go from there. So yeah, it looks in good shape. So right now I got the rotor off. It was seized in there because of this right here. This hub was seized. Well, actually, that's what you get when you get salt in the roads. Anyways, I have to reset the caliper. Everything looks good on it. Nothing. The bearing is still good. CV axle is good. No torn anything on it. And yeah, so bearing, control arm, ball joint. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is put like anti-seize on it for future notice, future service. That way this can come off easier. Some people don't put it, but when you're do it on winter here, and well, salt here, so it's nice to put anti-seize on it. That way it doesn't seize up. But this is the front brakes. It does heat up a lot. It depends on you pressing on the brake, or how hard and how often you press the brake. So it gets heated up in here. So it might burn off. It might not. It depends how you brake. So, and thing though too is, I see this line, and the washer has a line too. So I think that's for like dealer purposes. But I'm going to do imitation. I'm going to do scoring on it. And yeah, and look at right now, it's raining outside. Oh, it's nice to have a cool weather once in a while, and not have super hot weather. This past couple days it was so hot. So I'm going to put all this together and do it on the other side and check the drum brakes as usual, and then do an oil change and reset the oil life monitor on it. Yeah, everything looks good to me here. All I have to do is just clean this off and put lubricant on the slider. And yeah, so look how, I don't know if you can see it. Look how thin that is. Almost metal, well, metal contact. I'm like, you guys, check your brakes. Don't just drive. And another note too, you can see there's this pin here. It came off because that was doing a lot of vibration. For information on that, that is your brake indicator. And if you hear like a tin can scraping when you roll down your window and turn down your music, you can hear a ting sound, like a metal, sort of like metal rattling. that's your brake indicator. So always check. If you hear that, I would get your service brakes looked at. So it's that. So that little tab is broken. I'll show you when the new one comes in what it's supposed to look like. So that came off because of the vibration of the warning indicator. And look how thin this brake is. There's like nothing left. You should see what I did. Here, I'll show you a picture right here. That what happens when you don't service your brake. This brake pad slid off, and it was hitting the piston out of your rotor. That was basically helping you stop. But you can rebuild it, but I wouldn't recommend it because when I did the service, because we don't know each other, so I told them to get like a new one just to be safe. For me, I would do it, but that's my judgment. And if there's a fail on the brake system, I know how to I know how to stop a vehicle without brakes. All right, so I changed the rotor, the brake pads, and I resetted the caliper, so it's all in good shape. The reason I put it on the bungee cord is because if this weighs down, all this stress is going to this hose, and I don't want that to a chance to rip or break. I was just Kim leaving. Sorry, I didn't even introduce her to you. Because I see these. Okay, anyways, these brake hoses, I see them rip and part depending on your brake. It does expand like a balloon. So when I did a service on one vehicle, the bolt, the nut or flange bolt here was so seized, and I was having a hard time removing it. So that's what you get when you have salty roads here in Ontario. So that one's seized. You need a torch to get that out, or some sort of heat in it. And yeah, I was having a hard time with that one time. And yeah, so everything looks good. Just when that's is how I do it, because I don't want to put all the stress on the caliper hanging down, because these do stretch, and if they stretch, they become weak. It depends on how you brake, how you slam on your brake or hit the brake. So FYI, just to give you a pointer, that's why I do my own services. A lot of mechanics just let it hang loose because they say they never had a problem. Well, they're not the ones driving. So it's a quick fact. That's it. And I'm going to do the other one to the next side, and then I'm going to open the drum brakes on one side, see if it's still in good shape. Hey everyone, sorry I didn't film the rest of the video. What else? Yeah, I did all the brakes front and back. Well, the back was drum. So what I did is just service it, check the brake lining, and making sure that it's perfect. And I did a little bit of adjustment on it. If you didn't see that, I put it in my video down below how I do my brake service. It's on the Honda Fit. Was a little dial. I just adjusted it, making sure it's perfect on it. Did oil change on top of that too, and make sure everything's perfect. What else I did? And I checked the air filter, and you need a new one. It was grimy and dirty on it. And other than that, Kim and I went to talk the whole morning and caught up on everything what's going on. I'm proud of her, what she's doing with her, how she does it. She's recommending me with other people. I am truly grateful for that. And yeah, and right now is, well, I'm in the storage, my storage. Throw away some, put away some of my tools, and trying to organize. Like, well, it's raining right now. It was raining hard nonstop, so I had to stop. Anyways, so a lot of things happened one day, and a friend of mine is also trying to get a hold of me, but I can't be at two places at once. I gotta be somewhere at one and the other. So put a comment down below if you figure out how to be two places at once. Recently, everybody needs me, but so it's hard. I'm trying my best to make sure everyone's satisfied. And right now, like I said, it's not that hot. Again, sorry I didn't end the video perfectly. Uh, that's about it. That's a video for this week, and I'm going to have to see if I can do more editing on the future episodes. Pretty much tied up right now. A lot of people trying to get a hold of me, and yeah. Anyways, that's about it for this week's video. So always remember to stay fly and first love yourself and forever living young. Anyways, peace.